The online material you've been reviewing highlights how the flyways are like chains with many links. Each link is an important wetland where the birds stop over to feed so they can regain strength for the next leg of their migration. If one link in the chain fails, then birds on the edge of extinction die. What do our volunteers do on a local level here to ensure our link in the chain remains strong? In July, ahead of the return of the migratory birds, and when pied oystercatchers and masked lapwings are searching for and testing nest sites, we start with a letterbox drop to alert residents to the presence of shorebirds. What are the key messages we share? First, it is important not to disturb migratory shorebirds, so they should keep 100 metres between themselves and the birds. When the migratory birds arrive back, they've had up to a week's non-stop flight, so when they land here, they will be exhausted and basically just be skin and bones. They will need to eat and rest to get back to peak condition. They may be too exhausted to be able to fly out of the way of a charging dog, so it is important for people to follow the no dogs law. For the beach nesters, it's also important to keep clear of them while they are sitting around on the beach. Prior to eggs being laid, they are test sitting around the sites they think might be good for nesting spots. They are assessing what predators are around, what disturbance is like, and if it is a space free from washovers. If they are constantly disturbed, then they will give up on that nest site. Too many sites deemed unsuitable will see them not breed that year. If they see rubbish, then they should pick it up, particularly if it's fishing line, which can entangle legs, beaks, and wings. Shortly after the letterbox drop, we are monitoring the number of shorebirds arriving, and this data goes into the BirdLife Australia shorebird database, which helps BirdLife Australia inform the best management practice to maintain shorebird populations. We are also keeping an eye on the pied oystercatchers and masked lapwings to see where they might place their nest. Once the first egg is laid, we ring Sutherland Council Bush Care Unit and they deliver the materials and staff to erect a temporary fence around the nest with signage to show people why the fence is there. We alert key user groups of the spit area and we let them know when the migratory shorebirds have started arriving and when eggs have been laid. We provide them with a map showing the areas they should be avoiding. On weekends and hot midweek days, volunteers sit at either end of the nest rope lines to help visitors around the nest site without disturbing the birds. We answer questions and turn back anyone bringing their dog. When chatting with people, we offer them a brochure to take home, and when we have stock, give the children one of the BirdLife Australia activity books. If we manage to beat predation by foxes or nest washouts, then we get to shepherd the chick up the beach to the Bonneville Lagoon, a location more suited to a hungry chick rather than a nest full of eggs. Twice a day we close down the lagoon to shepherd the chick while it swims across. At low tide, the chick is tucked away in the mangroves, protecting it from predators and the hot sun. As the tide rises, it submerges the mangroves and the chick needs to swim to the beach and wait until the tide is low enough to swim back. We have Twitter, Instagram and YouTube accounts encouraging photographers to come and take pics of the birds. We can chat about the shorebirds' plight to get a greater appreciation for them and hopefully a reshare of the story if they share their own pictures on social media. This shows residents that people do care about the birds. Having cameras there sometimes discourages people from bringing their dogs for fear of being caught on camera. We monitor the no dog signs Council has around entrance points to the spit and replace any vandalised ones, which happens quite regularly. It seems to be a bit of a local sport. Council has put up interpretive signage to cover the migratory and the beach nesting birds around the main bar foreshore reserves, which visitors see before they get to the beach. Sutherland Shire Council includes on their website where the dog-friendly areas in the Shire are and are not, to help people plan ahead if they want to venture out with their pets. Our volunteer group includes people of all ages. The kids get a real kick out of it and feel quite chuffed about being able to help the birds. The kids generally get the task of recording the nest disturbance factors such as the number of people walking past and if the bird left the nest and for how long it was off the nest. Shorebirds can't do it on their own. They are one of the most endangered species groups in the world. They need our active support if they are to survive. There is a saying, What you understand, you care for. What you care for, you love. What you love, you protect. We need to learn how to give people a greater understanding of how dire the situation is for all the shorebirds in order to be able to protect them. Thank you.